For last couple of days, I was thinking about the question freedom versus safety. Now, this is a very relevant question right now because the reason that our government was able to tell us do not go outside of the house without good reason and keep your distance from one another because they were able to make a claim that by doing so we'll be more safe. Now, I think every one of us agree that that is a legitimate claim. I think all of us agree that best way to make sure we do not get infected by SARS-CoV-2 is by keeping distance from one another. But we also realize that this safety comes in expense of freedom. So we are going through a situation when we are giving up our freedom to be safe. Now the question is, we do know that we are in risk. We are in risk when we go outside because we can get hit by a car and die. We are in risk whenever we travel. Whenever we are in a car, the car can crash to something and we can get hurt or die. So we are in risk all the time, somewhat. And we do not give our freedom. We do not say that because I can go out and get hit by a car, I shouldn't go out and walk. We do not say that we shouldn't be in a car because we can get into an accident and could get hurt or die. So we are in danger constantly, and the SARS-CoV-2 is one of them. The reason that we do not think that it is a good idea not to go walk outside, even though it could be dangerous, or ride a car knowing that it could be dangerous because we think it's very, very, very unlikely. So it's about number. I do know that hundreds of thousands people die each year in car accidents throughout the world. Still, we think that number is not good enough for us to think that we shouldn't drive cars. So where the number lies, what is the number that will make us think that yeah, this is too much, now we should give up some of our freedom? We do know that hundreds of thousands people die in car crash, so we can accept that it is not that number. That number is too low. We act as that number is too low because otherwise we would have just said no more car driving. Now, as far as this COVID pandemic goes, we do know that number is around, I think, 300,000 right now. It could be more, it could be a million in a year. And that was enough for us to give up our freedom. And just remember, it's not just our freedom, it was freedom and our financial structure. We have done a huge harm to our financial structure, and we do not know how long will it take for us to recover, and we do not know what will be the consequences of the damage that we have done to our financial structure. So we have taken a big risk by doing what we have done, and one has the right to question, was it worth it? Was it worth the financial damage and the freedom that we had to give up? I'm someone who actually think it wasn't, because I do not think the number was that great. Now people might think that, whoa, one is too many, and that is absolutely right, one is too many. But still, the point is, thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people die each year in car crash. Do you think that because hundreds of thousands people die in car crash each year, we should stop driving? If you are one who think that hundreds of thousands life is worth having the right to drive, then one have the right to tell that even a million might not be worth giving up our freedom. So it's a matter of number, and people can disagree where that number lies, and I think they should disagree and should raise their voice where they think their number is. I think the number that was caused by this SARS-CoV-2 is not that great. I think we have made a mistake. We do know that countries that haven't put restriction the way we have, like Sweden, haven't done too bad. So it might be the case that even if we have done what Sweden have done, the number might have been increased, but not by that much. And still, as I said, I would argue that even a million death wasn't enough for giving up what we had to give up, our financial structure and our freedom. Please let me know where you think the number lies. I think you have the right to say what you think the number should be. Millions of people die each year for various reasons. I think one can make an argument that more than 1 million people die each year by poverty-related diseases. More than a million people, but we do not care. Thousands of hundreds of thousands people die in car crash each year. We still do not say just stop driving. So we do accept death over freedom. We do. Every one of us does. We do accept freedom over death. But I do understand there might be a time when the number is too great to say that still freedom trumps safety. There might be cases where safety do trumps freedom, but I don't think that COVID-19 was one of them. I do know that YouTube have removed videos who actually didn't agree what system have done, like putting lockdown and things like that, and criticizing the method. So I do not think that my video will taken down because my videos does not get that much views, but that actually proves some point. That proves that we are getting forced. We had to give up our freedom to say what we think. And this is one of more reason to have our own voice to say, yeah, we do think that that was a mistake or it wasn't. We should have our right to say and express and even criticize our government for doing what they have done. I might be wrong. I might be absolutely wrong. Maybe the number that has been produced by COVID-19 was too great. But still, I have the right to say it wasn't. And the establishment do not want us to say that. The establishment do not even want us to recognize that we do think that lives, freedom is more worth than lives at times. Hundreds of thousands of people die in car crash and still we drive. We want our freedom to drive, even though we know for a fact that people will die in car crash. So I'll be glad to know what you think about it. Do you think that we should criticize the government for doing what they have done? Do you think where the number lies? Please let me know in the comment box. If you like this video, please do consider to share it. If you want to follow me, you can do that through subscribing my YouTube channel, The Fleeing Thinker. You can also follow me on my Facebook page, The Fleeing Thinker. Thanks for watching this video. I hope that you will be safe.